Hey everyone, this is number 3 in my Christmas series for 2013. Today I thought I'd use a Lawn Fawn set called Making Frosty Friends. And so just a quick note before I start using this. When I was thinking about what I wanted to do today, I was really excited because I had just picked up the framelits for this stamp set, where I bought the stamp set last year but it didn't have the framelits. So anyhow, when the framelits came in the mail, I pulled out my stamp set and I noticed that it was yellow. And I was kind of surprised by that and a little nervous. And so I sent a quick little email to Lawn Fawn asking them about this, and they sent me back the best reply. They're just the best company. They told me that the reason that it had turned yellow is because, well, they said you may not know this, but the starting material for our clear stamps is actually yellow. Not only until the material is exposed to UV light does it become clear. Sometimes a clear stamp is undercooked and remains slightly yellow. In this case, the stamp set would need to be placed in direct sunlight for a few minutes to clear it up. Other times, if exposed to too much sunlight, a clear stamp set may also turn yellow. It shouldn't, but it does occasionally happen because photopolymer was created to react with light. We should also point out that any yellowing of a stamp does not affect its performance. It just may not look as nice. You know, it's not as nice to look at. So, and then they went ahead and told me they were going to replace my stamp set and send me another stamp set just out of the goodness of their hearts. And so I just wanted to applaud them on excellent customer service. I've worked with a lot of stamp companies and a lot of craft companies, and when somebody goes above and beyond, I'm just so thrilled. Especially since I just recently have had a poor experience that I'm trying to work through. And I was trying to be as kind as possible, and I would never want to put another company in a bad light, which is why I'm not going to mention their name. But anyhow, kudos to Lawn Fawn. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's go ahead and put a project together using this great stamp set and matching lawn cuts. So I'll give you a little close-up on this snowman that is kind of going to be in my project. I thought I'm going to put 2 snowmen on here, so I'm only going to show you how to make one. So this little guy, after I make the other one, you'll know exactly how to put him together. But look how sparkly he is. Isn't he pretty? Or handsome? Anyhow, so let's go ahead and get going. So I thought I'm going to start out by doing a night sky. Hopefully I didn't drop any of my framelits here. Pull them to the side here. And to do that, I grabbed a piece of Night of Navy. This is a Stampin' Up color from Stampin' Up cardstock, and also going to do some stamping. So let's start with our night sky, and I'm going to grab a VersaMark pad. This is what the pad looks like, and this is great for doing watermarking or if you want to do embossing, which is what I'm going to do for the background. And I was thinking I want some snowflakes falling and maybe some little birds down here kind of hopping around like it's nighttime and 2 friends have gone out for a walk. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So we'll see if this actually works out that way. So grabbing a couple of the stamps from the kit, there's 3 different size snowflakes that I'm going to start with. And I'm just going to kind of randomly start placing these on my paper here. I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see, but we're just going to go for it. Before I go any further, I'm going to quickly grab my embossing powder and get the rest of this. This is a step I often forget on camera. I'm not sure why. And then I'm going to turn my stamp set just a little bit. Add a couple more. Basically just try and fill up the sky here. Okay. So I know last time, my last video, I shared a fun story about from my family. And so this time I thought I'd mention a couple of fun traditions that we have. Oh, I can't want to stamp there. That's where my birds are going to go. We'll come back in and fill in some more snowflakes in just a second. Let me grab my cute little birds over here. I put 2 little birds and a little heart up at the top. So a couple of the traditions that we have. One of them on Christmas Eve is that we always give each other, let our kids open 1 gift on Christmas Eve, and it's always pajamas. We always do that so that they'll look nice for pictures in the morning. So that's one Christmas Eve tradition we have. And one Christmas Day tradition that we have is that we don't just let everybody just go right to the presents and just start opening. We do it one at a time so that Christmas morning kind of lasts a little bit and it's not over so fast, which I love. I love prolonging it a little bit, and I enjoy watching the kids open their presents, and we can all just kind of relax and not feel so rushed. And then Christmas isn't over in 15 minutes, you know? It takes just a little bit longer. Okay, actually let's do this other one. Okay, so I think I like that. And then I also want to drop my sentiment down at the bottom. So I'm going to use one of the ones that comes from the card kits that says Friends Warm the Heart. I think I'll just kind of put that at the bottom and center. Just kind of hoping this works out with spacing. You know, you have an idea in your mind and you're not always totally sure what's going to happen when you actually go to do it, but we're just going to do it. So Friends Warm the Heart. And maybe I'll grab that little heart stamp and add it in a few more places. Let me grab another block here. Just so we have 3. Feels like it'll be a little bit more pleasing to look at. Let's add one to the corner here. And add one to the corner here. And then let's add some embossing powder so hopefully you'll be able to see everything we've done. Okay. So I've got some scratch paper I'm going to pull in. And some white embossing powder. Let's just go for it here. So this is just creating my background. And we're going to need to grab a paintbrush, it looks like. And quickly grab some of this excess. Let's see, another fun tradition. Another thing we do on Christmas morning is we always have our kids eat breakfast before they come out to see what Santa Claus brought. Kind of a carryover tradition that my mom had when we were little for us, Mom and Dad. They wanted us to eat something healthy before we dived into the snacks and stuff that were in the stockings and stuff. But I always kind of cracked me up because it was usually those little tiny mini cereal boxes and they're mostly full of junk, you know. I mean, I try and pick out something good, but, you know, like Cheerios or Corn Flakes or something a little bit more healthy. But my kids go for the sweet stuff because we don't buy a lot of that stuff anymore. Okay. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Oops, hope I wasn't out of the shot too much there. So let me set that aside so that I can put my embossing powder back into my container here. And then we'll go ahead and do our embossing. So again, I'm going to let you watch like last time because that's kind of the fun part. Sometimes I feel like the designers skip too many steps. And as I'm not an official designer, I'm just having a good time. Let's just show that step. And heat it up here. I don't put this here very long, just enough to let me know that heat's coming out and it's not cold anymore. Here we go. Okay, about halfway through here. Love how the heat gun just, excuse me, makes things pop. We're starting to get some colder weather here. And that means cold season at our house. Okay, let's see, how do we do? I missed one last time, so I wanted to check a little bit more carefully this time. This is the cutest little sentiment. Friends warm the heart. So sweet. Okay. So about 1.5 minutes of embossing, not too bad. That's a guess, of course. But you can see everything kind of just pop and stand out and looks really, really cute. Oh, you know what? That bird, just a hair more. Let's hit it just a little bit more. Okay. Looks like we got everything. So let's go ahead and do our stamping for our snowman and do some quick little cuts. And so there's our background. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab the small snowman, as I've already done the big one, and a block. I'll stick that little guy on. I'm going to use some Tuxedo Black Memento ink to get him on here. There we go. And then I also want to add some buttons to him. So all of the stamps I'm using come from the Frosty Friends stamp set. Let's add some right here in the center. Go. And I'm going to grab a quick little marker and fill those in like they're little lumps of coal. Okay. And also just going to grab an orange marker. And this isn't my favorite orange, but as we're going to glitter over the top of this, I want something nice and bright. So I'm just using one of those Bic markers. This one's called Sunset Orange. Okay, so after we've stamped that out, let's go ahead and stamp a couple more things really quickly. We need to stamp his hat. I'll just put that right kind of near the top. Okay. We also want to grab the scarf. While we're doing that, let's grab some red paper because I'm going to do some paper piecing too. So let's quickly do the hat on there as well. So this is the piece I'm going to use to paper piece onto this little hat. So cute. Okay, and where's my little scarf? Let's grab that piece. I know you're not getting to see everything all at once, but sometimes it's kind of fun not knowing everything that's coming. So we'll stamp one on here for our paper piecing. Actually, I'm not going to paper piece. This guy's a little bit smaller. I'm just going to cut that straight out. You'll notice on my other one, let me grab it. On this one, I used the lawn cut. I used the framelit basically to cut him out, so there's extra borders around this guy. But this other snowman, he's just so much smaller that I think that if I just actually hand cut this scarf out, he'll fit a little bit closer. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so now we've got our couple of little pieces here. So these two I'm going to hand cut out, the pieces that are going to go on here. And then this one, let's go ahead and cut that out with our Cuttle Bug. Pull that up here real fast. We'll move our piece out of the way and pull this into the picture. Okay. So they've done a really great job at giving us a nice close cut. So we'll place this guy in so there's not a huge edge. I'll stick just a, this is a piece of tape that I keep on my Cuttle Bug that is not very sticky because we don't want to rip our paper. So if you get a new piece of washi tape or whatever it is you're going to use to hold your framelits into place, you might want to take some of the sticky off with your fingers. Okay, and there's our little hat. And let's go ahead and run these through. So I have an A plate, a B plate, and a C plate on top. And we're going to send this through our Cuttle Bug real quickly. Oops. Looks like we have a stamp sticking on our Cuttle Bug. Let's pull that out. There we go. There we go. And we'll send this on through. Okay. So there's his little hat. And here's his little body. And look, it looks like my Cuttle Bug moved while I was stamping, so I'm just going to quickly stamp them again. So let's see, another fun tradition. Oh, another one that we do on Christmas Eve is, well actually we don't do it in my family, but I grew up doing it. My mom made a little stocking and she put Jesus' name on it, and each year we would put, whoops, I'm stamping funny. Each year we would put something that we wanted to give Jesus on a piece of paper, and then we'd put that in the stocking, and then the next year we'd get to look and see if we had done what we said we were going to do, that we were going to try and do better at. Like maybe it was being kind to our siblings or doing our chores without complaining so much. Just kind of a way to do something on Christmas Eve that wasn't so centered around the presents and stuff. So I'm a Christian, so anyhow, so I would always write in the bottom corner the boy that I liked, and then the next year I could see if I liked that same boy the next year. Is that, I know it's probably kind of funny. I remember telling my older brother, and he had a good laugh over that when I told him that's what I did. Okay, we're going to try this again. See if we line that up a little bit more carefully. In fact, I'm going to use 2 pieces of washi tape this time. Okay, I know I've said this before, but if you watch my channel and you're looking for perfection, that's just not me. Life just happens over here, the mom of 5, and you just get you just get what I have to give, and I can't always shoot my videos a whole bunch of times because I never know when I'm going to get interrupted by a child or a pet. So here we go again, running through our snowman, and then we'll stamp his little buttons back on real quick. Hopefully we got a better shot here this time. Much better. There we go. Okay, so my little button stamp. Pick it up again. And stick him on. And then grab our 2 markers. We had the black marker to fill in the coal. And then I want to show you how I got this so glittery and beautiful. I have an orange marker. Okay. So pull in a card base while we're at it. And it's just a standard A2 size. And this is going to go on top. And I also cut out, I'm using a paper pack called My Mind's Eye Winter Wonderland. And I'm kind of sticking with my idea of trying to pull out products that I used last year, that I purchased last year and maybe didn't really get to use a lot. And I found about 6 paper packs, and so this is the one that I'm using, and I cut a little strip out of that one of this cute little candy cane. It's the same one that I used on the scarf for this bigger snowman. So he's going to go on here. And then we wanted to quickly paper piece this, and then we'll do our glittering here. So just grab some quick dry. I feel a little flustered. This is kind of a busy week for us with the holidays. So this video may be a hair long, so if you stick with me, thank you very much. Okay. So there is our little hat. All good to go. And now let's get the glitter on this little guy. So how I did this was really, really easy. I think I've showed this technique before, but I am just going to drop this little guy into this little mini Xyron. You've probably seen him around, and the refills are great. They're not very expensive. And notice that I put him in face down because I want to put glitter on the other side, so I need my adhesive to be on his front. So if you don't put him upside down, then you won't have adhesive where you need it to be. This works great if you want to glitter letters too, for example, like want to do a cute little joy on your card. This is one of the easiest ways to glitter. So we'll pull in some scratch paper, and the glitter that I'm going to use is the Stampin Up Dazzling Diamonds. It's a high intense glitter. It's really beautiful. So here we go. Tap it on the other side. And then after I've tapped it a little bit, I'm going to take my finger and just very gently press all of this glitter into place. That kind of ensures it's going to stay on there. Whoops. and not going to go anywhere. And that's pretty much it. So let's put our glitter away and get the rest of this card put together. Glitter is like embossing powder. You want to just put it away, get it out of the way before it becomes a big mess. Okay. So I've gone ahead already and glued my little snowman together. And here he is. And let's get the rest of this card together. So let's get on our base. I'm going to grab my ATG gun and put my cute little base in place. There we go. And then before I glue this strip down, I think I'm going to have this guy kind of come just a little bit behind. I'm not going to pop dot anything up because I want it all to be flat so that I can stick it into the mail. So a quick little bit of adhesive. Let me check again where I wanted this guy to be. Just about there. So we'll pop him into place. He looks so cute and glittery. And then we can put this little strip on. So there's a couple of things I wanted to tell you about my two snowmen here. The first one is on this little guy. Oops. Get that out of the way. I went ahead and put a little bit of Stickles on his hat. So if you look closely, you'll see that there's some Stardust Stickles on here. I'm not sure how well you can see, but I really laid it on thick so it would look like a cute little pom-pom. And then on this little guy, I added some glossy accents to his hat so that he'd be shiny. And I just paper pieced him just like I showed you. No big deal. And I'm going to actually put him on top of the strip just a little bit so it kind of looks like he's coming forward just a little bit. And we'll press him into place. And then we'll take some scissors and trim off this excess. Over here too. And then one final step, and I think this card will be done. I'm going to grab some Christmas red Stickles and put them in these cute little hearts. Really makes these hearts jump out, I think, with that little white border. Oh yeah, it's cute. I like it. Be super cute when it dries. Okay, so Friends Warm the Heart. So that is my number 3 holiday card. Hopefully you liked it, and I apologize for the length of the video. A lot to say today. So